Hey there, everybody, this is Ray Carcillo for EGM, and today we're showing you 10 minutes of footage from the brand new Paper Mario Color Splash that's coming out in October for Nintendo's Wii U. We had a chance at San Diego Comic-Con this year to take a look at the game and have a Nintendo representative walk us through one of the never-before-seen levels called the Dark Blue Inn. As you saw there as the video started up, it's got an overworld map similar to what you saw in Sticker Star. And Mario will move around that world and go through different stages. And what they really did for the art style here is they really wanted to give everything even more of a paper craft kind of feel than before. But it's called Color Splash because Mario has two mallets. And as you saw there, there's his normal mallet, and then there's a mallet that he can use kind of like as a paintbrush to fill in gaps in the world. Now, as we see here, as we're going to move into the Dark Blue Inn, you're going to find out, oh, well, guess what? There's issues here. Mario is going to have to figure out why the inn has become haunted, and it's going to be up to him to solve a series of puzzles here and maybe do some combat, and we'll take a look at all of that over the next 10 minutes as he tries to obviously advance in the game and find what he needs. What I think is interesting here is the dialogue. A lot more depth to the writing this time around, it seems, with Paper Mario Color Splash. You know, some funny references to the Mario universe, mentioning that they couldn't get Luigi there because, obviously, with him in Luigi's Mansion, he's known as the Ghostbuster of the Mario Brothers. As you see here, you see little white splotches around the world, and that Mario will have to fill those in, but still in the traditional RPG adventure sense, he's going to talk to people, try and get clues. And I see here, he'll use his paintbrush, and it'll automatically pick the right color and fill in, and then you get coins or cards, which we'll get into later. And coins, of course, you can use to buy items and things for combat. We see here as Mario explores, and clearly, yes, the hotel is haunted. Books flying off the shelf. Not quite mass hysteria, but it'll get to that point over the course of it. And that's Huey, by the way, the little magical paint bucket that keeps offering advice to Mario as well. It's going to be his constant companion throughout the game. So, Huey as in like a color hue, H-U-E, get it? So, anyway, so Mario piecing together, trying to figure out what the heck's going on here. And there is, now we're going to jump into our first piece of combat. We jumped from the first floor to the third floor. We cut out the travel there. And you see Mario's holding a deck of cards. And in the game, he can use cards using the Wii U gamepad, which of course we obviously can't show you here. Using the Wii U gamepad, he can select different cards with different items or enemies or things on them. Some of them are more traditional, like boots, which allow Mario to jump. You'll use some of your paint, color those cards in, and then send them out into battle, and Mario will carry out those actions. So as you see here, we chose a boot for jumping, and we also chose a spiny shell. So Mario will use the first one, will jump, and then when you have enemy cards, what is interesting is you can actually call on the enemy as a buddy, kind of like as a companion from previous Paper Mario RPG games, and because they will stay next to you and continue to attack until they themselves are hit. Of course, that was a very easy combat scenario, so the Scaredy Rats also stood no chance. Another thing that makes it very RPG-like is you see those little cardboard mallets that Mario is picking up. Now, for the demo, he was already maxed out, but those are what you collect in order to expand Mario's paint reservoir. Right now, his max is 260. We also got a chance to play a demo where he had max 300, but for this demo, the leveling up was turned off. So as we see here, we're going to jump around again. This time we're going to go inside, and again, oh, look, a Toad who has a plain white book that has no words in it. So, of course, Mario is going to use his mallet to paint that in and solve one of the easier puzzles of this level. So combat's really interesting because, and really what I've kind of gotten a sense from it from the short time playing both my demo and also watching the Nintendo representative play through this demo was, so it looks a lot more interesting, it's a lot simpler, it's a lot more direct than Sticker Star was. I really didn't like I love Paper Mario, but I think Sticker Star was like the weakest game in the series. As you see here, Mario collects the tea recipe book that will come in handy later in the level. I don't think we'll actually see it here in my 10 minutes that I'm going to give you guys. Throw a little more paint around the room. Move to another room again, jumping around. Not a lot to show you continuous gameplay. And really, who wants to just watch Mario running from floor to floor anyway? You see here one of the hauntings, one of the paranormal toads that have been really kind of driving everyone away from the dark blue inn. Mario finds a birdcage. Of course, obviously, another key quest item that Mario will need to use to figure out, how to cleanse the hotel of the toad ghosts. Gets the birdcage. Again, flashing forward a little bit now, running outside. Mario's talking to another toad. He has the birdcage in hand. And as Huey, of course, mentions, yes, a birdcage will probably help with the bird. But it's not just any bird that is going to show up. It's actually a red Paracoopa. Why he so willingly jumped in the cage, which he barely even fits in, I don't know, but that's part of the fun and humor of Paper Mario. So now you have this key item. You've got the caged bird. That's another thing too. By hitting certain things in the environment, you'll usually, with your regular mallet, you can get paint from them. And if it's like if it's a color like orange, which is made up of red and yellow, you'll get red and yellow paint for your 3 primary hues. And you see here, this is Mario just moving around the world. This is something that we've been cutting out of most of the video up to this point, just to kind of speed things along. But here, he'll run back in, room 303. And there's still the toad ghost. Mario has a sort of a red bird. And obviously, now this first ghost toad has been exorcised. And as we find out little things, is the Paratrooper, of course, clearly from, like, Brooklyn, maybe. I ain't no stinking Boyd. Later on, we find out that Mario is looking to help exorcise another toad. He has to find it. This shy guy here seems to have it. So Mario tracks him outside with him and his gang. You have a Sledge Bro there, another Koopa Troopa, Spike from Mario Bros. 3. And the Sledge Bro will kind of act as a mini-boss. He will take care of it. And we'll go back into combat. And combat here is more interesting because we're going to get to show you some different aspects of the combat. Obviously, the Sledge Bro is a lot more difficult. The shady Sledge Bro than other boss, than those scaredy cat rats from before. Again, Mario will select a pair of cards that he can use to attack the Sledge Bro using the Wii U gamepad. There are other things the Wii U gamepad can use. And by the way, we're going to see, so now, much like in Sticker Star, there are real-world items that Mario can call upon in card form to do things. There's fans, fire extinguishers, and in this case, there's a breakdancing piggy bank. And the breakdancing piggy bank will do a ton of damage to the Sledge Bro and give Mario some coinage. So it's all about the humor. It's all about, trying to continue what Sticker Star built on, but obviously making it better and more interesting. And as you see, all the damage, all the color fading away from the Sledge Brother, except for his helmet, meaning that he's almost dead. Mario then uses the steel boots, and the Sledge Bro is done. Perfect round for Mario. Boss defeated, and Mario will get it. Now, of course, obviously, we have to figure out, Mario is going around collecting these things called color stars, because he's trying to figure out what is draining the color from his Paper Mushroom Kingdom. And obviously, by defeating, in order to defeat enemies, you drain their color. So it's kind of interesting how that works. We still have no idea what it is, but Mario got it. The other thing is that we couldn't show it because the Wii U gamepad, we don't have one. We can't, well, we have one, but we can't actually, show you this in the video. There are other things like you have to use the gamepad to cut actually pieces of the environment out and away to reveal doors and switches and other hidden things. So that's interesting. And as you see here, Mario has gotten it. Second ghost exercised. He's not the last one, though, but that is the end of the video. We hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to comment and like and share below. And thanks for watching, everyone. We really appreciate it. Be sure to check out egmnow.com for more on Paper Mario Color Splash. And until next time, I'm Ray Carcillo.